Sounds complicated, Tom. I don't get it. We'll have to talk more about that. It's only the first week of school, and some students may be dealing with a mountain of homework already. In fact, a new study shows kids have 3 times too much homework. Here to talk about this is children's author Melissa Williams. Good morning to you. Thanks for being here today. 3 times too much. So parents aren't just complaining, and kids either, for no reason.
Right. This recent study was just published here in 2015 from the American Journal of Family Therapy. And basically, they found a relationship between family stress in 2 factors. One being homework overload, and they measure that by the 10-minute rule. And the other factor is going to be the parent's perception on if they have the capacity to help their child with the homework. When that decreases, stress levels increase.
Let's talk about that 10-minute rule, because you have an easy way for us to understand what you're talking about.
Right. So the 10-minute rule, and it is easy. It's first grade is 10 minutes, second grade 20 minutes. Go up to 7th grade, that's an hour and 10 minutes. So that's recommended, and that's how they base the study to figure out that they are receiving 3 times the amount of what is recommended for those kids.
And those are per day. That's how much per day.
Exactly.
So how does this affect children?
So when kids are overworked with homework, once they get home and those stress levels rise, it's definitely not going to help their grades. That's for sure. It's going to do the opposite for one, self-esteem they found, another just their negative outlook on school, and ultimately that's, you know, just taking a hit on their love for learning.
Well, and then just medical studies in general show, it probably wasn't part of the study, but I can say as a medical reporter, anytime you have stress to your body, it lowers your immune system.
Exactly.
And with all of the infectious diseases that go on, when it gets cooler, it could be a big concern. You need those kids healthy and happy.
Right, and then just with the reports on how many kids are missing a certain amount of days of school, that's a whole other story, so that's going to keep them behind.
Okay, so we know this information. Is there anything that parents can do about this? If you say, okay, look, can you talk to your teacher and say, this is a recommended amount, but we're doing 3 times more than that?
Right. There are many different tips and tricks that you can do as a parent, and you can find some of these on my blog at melissawilliamsauthor.com. They were all produced by the National PTA. Basically, the first thing that you want to do if your child is having difficulty completing their homework by themselves and they're constantly needing the parent to be there with them, you first want to decide what is it that they're struggling with the most and have that parent-teacher conference to figure that out. Next, it's going to be the time and place when they do homework. So they need to be in an area where there are less distractions. Of course, no electronics, but the parent should not be right there in the room, because that's going to become a crutch. They should be readily available, but if they need help, they need to get up and come and ask for help from the parent.
Okay, good information. Melissa Williams, thank you for being here. We hope we take a little bit of stress out of parents and students' lives. Well, could too much protein be a bad